Hi, my name is William Schaeffer, here with a health tip. Be careful with nuts. Tree nuts, peanuts, be careful with nuts. Now, this is difficult for me because in a lot of ways, nuts and tree nuts are the perfect food. There's 4 macronutrients: fat, carbohydrate, protein, and fiber. And nuts, most nuts, have these 4 nutrients in a perfect balance for people. So they represent kind of the perfect food. In addition, they don't spoil. You can store them for a long period of time and they're perfectly good to eat. So in a lot of ways, they seem like the perfect food. But there are two dangers to eating nuts. And they seem a little silly, but they're real the older you get. And they are diverticulitis and cracking your tooth. And I'll explain. I've eaten a lot of nuts over the years trying to improve my diet. And there is a warning with eating too many nuts. If you have diverticuli, which are pockets in your colon, and apparently people are genetically predisposed or they're a symptom of a bad diet in your youth, or both. In any event, I've been told I have a health precaution with this, and after a period of eating almost nothing but nuts, and I was working a security job and eating peanuts for food, I got really sick the next day. And I was sick for about 2 days, and it was diverticulitis. And that was not a pleasant thing. It's like a mini appendicitis. And I was very lucky that it just went away. Now also, similarly, last summer, I was treating myself to some toffee peanuts and enjoying eating the peanuts because they're healthful and good tasting. And when I was done, part of my tooth was missing. I went to my dentist and he managed to fix it. And I vowed I would never have toffee peanuts again. But as time went on, I got some peanuts, some bar peanuts that are like sugar and salt, not toffee peanuts. And the same thing happened last week. I came home from a job and on a Friday night was eating the bag of peanuts, and when I got done, part of my tooth on this side was missing. And this time, I need to get a root canal, and it'll be expensive. And these 3 experiences have made me reluctantly accept that I'm not a pellet eating machine. Nuts, although they represent a perfect food for a bird, are really hard little pellets. They're even too hard for your teeth. And they're hard for your system. And I have to concentrate on eating more soft fiber, like beans and peanut butter and whole wheat crackers and apples and bananas and that kind of food. And although nuts taste good and they're fun to eat and they're convenient and they represent a great source of nutrition, they may be a little too hard and compact to eat in great quantities. Therefore, be careful with nuts. Beware. Be careful with nuts. And I cannot recommend eating them as part of your diet as heartily as I have in the past, because it can be dangerous to eat nuts, even though they're almost a perfect food. So peanut butter or nut butter might be a good alternative. Anyway, that's my food for thought for the day. Be careful with nuts and watch out. Be healthy and have fun. Thank you, and leave your comments below.